You are up front with Frank Rothstein yet again, and this is show number 201. Sorry we weren't here last week, but, we had a lot of storms, a lot of rains, a lot of problems here in the New York area. And Jade, since we broadcast through her service, she had a big power outage. So much so, she threw a whole big barbecue for the entire neighborhood because that's how much food she had. But everything worked out. She gained a couple of pounds eating all that stuff. I sat here home in quarantine, well, not quarantine, but doing the alone thing. I didn't get a burger. But here we are. We are broadcasting yet again, just a week late. And, of course, you're finding us on skyscrescentradio.com, SKYES, crescentradio.com. And you can also find out what Jade is doing this week, tomorrow, and the next day, and everything else on her website, skyscrescentradio.com, of course. And I sound like a good pitch man, don't I? And, of course, you can get hold of the band, The Trainwalkers, on thetrainwalkers.com, where you can find out where they're broadcasting and streaming and all that stuff. And if you're lucky, they'll show up at your doorstep and give you a personal contact. It's been a busy week. Normally I don't get what to talk about. Sometimes my better stories are a week old. But today we got a lot of stuff. This week's been pretty busy. By the way, if you're not watching the news, Joe Biden has picked Senator Kamala Harris as his running mate for his presidency bid, and she's possibly the next vice president, which makes her historic because she was the first black candidate for vice presidency, which, given that he'll be a couple of weeks short of his, his birthday is November 20th. Yeah, he could be turning 78, I think, on Election Day. So there you go. She could be the next president in 5 months. There you go. This is good. You have a 78-year-old president. Either one of them. They're both old, both sides. They should both step out and go play golf or whatever it is they do and hang out with the grandkids and all that stuff. Only because, especially though Donald Trump's a bigger, stronger guy than Joe Biden is. I mean, it's just physical. Physically, you can see him. Joe Biden, if he gets in, you never know what the Secret Service may have to do. Sometimes things get a little bit tricky, and they got to protect the president, and that means any way they have to. And they sort of customize, tailor the way they work based on who is president at the time. So Joe Biden, being that he's coming up on 78, looks like he's frailing out a little bit. If they have to throw him inside the beast, which is his limo, which I want, by the way, or if he gets hurt in any way, that could be tough for him to recover from because he's just getting up there. So keep this in mind that when you have a president around that age range, or in general, anyone, something can always happen as anything. Things happen to people. That when you're voting for a vice president, or you're going along with a vice president, you never know, they may be president. So Kamala Harris does have credentials. She is the junior senator, but she's a former state attorney general or state district attorney. Actually former state ADA or DA, whatever her credentials are in California. She's got legal credentials. She has everything. I have to look her up more and do a little bit more talking about her. I didn't know she was even in the running still. But anyway, that's what he's done. He's picked Kamala Harris as his running mate. So good luck to them. We'll see what happens. And on the other side, there's nothing dull. Like him or not, there's nothing dull about our president. Because my computer decided to freeze up on me. But he was talking that he really wants to. He made mention of this a couple of years ago, and it's coming up again, that he thinks he should be on Mount Rushmore. You got it? He should be on Mount Rushmore. I don't know if I agree with that, but he thinks he should be on Mount Rushmore. He was talking to the governor of the state. This was a couple of years ago. He was serious then. Keeps telling you that he's kidding when he said it, but this man thinks he belongs on Mount Rushmore. Listen, let them take another mountain. I don't know where they would put them. I don't know where they would put the next face on this mountain. But if they want to squeeze one in, I don't know if I'd make it his. I don't know if I would make it his. So, Yeah, so that's that one. That's my first good story of the day. My computer's giving me a hard time. Let's see what else is going on. Hope we have some good stories for the week. It's been interesting. Like I say, one good story, and I'm going to get away from diseases and politics for a second. I don't know if you were reading in the news the other day. His name is Kenneth Phelps. He is 90 years old, and he says he's come out as gay. What happened to him? Hearing all these noises on the computer. 90-year-old grandfather comes out as gay, and good for him. You know, the first thing that struck me about this story is not that he's 90, not that he came out as gay. Actually, it is because he's 90. If he kept it as a secret all his life, how did he keep it as a secret all his life? When he's a grandfather, that interests me. How someone who's 90 got to keep this a secret or was able to keep this. That's interesting. So I wouldn't mind talking to this guy. I wonder how he did it. But yeah, he's come out as gay. He's happy. Everyone's rooting for him, Go at it. I guess at this stage of his life, he's outlived a lot of people. At this stage of his life, who cares what anybody says, right? He's 90. No diseases gotten. No accidents have gotten. So good for him. He gets to do what he wants. Good for him. What else is going on in the world? There's a lot going on in the world. It's 5:08, and yes, we do have some music for you. Yes, we do. Okay, let's see what else is going on here. Which is always something going on here. Which story? Oh, here it is. But we do have some stupid, really dumb stories. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I got this from the New York Post because I just happened to get it from the New York Post. It says New York Dems, the Democrats, are pushing for laws mandating 500 hours of training for shampoo assistants. Got it? When you go to get your hair done, person who helps out, the shampoo assistant, I guess so the person cutting your hair doesn't have to get their hands wet. Yeah, it says washing hair is about to get more complicated if a trio of Albany Democrats have their way. New bill moving through the state assembly and Senate will require shampoo assistants working in hair salons to complete a minimum of 500 hours of a 1,000-hour course in cosmetology. The completion of 500 hours will entitle applicants to a newly established shampoo assistant certificate. Can you believe this shit? You got to go to school to learn how to rinse shampoo out of someone's hair? That means somebody's trying to make money. That's all that could mean. Someone is looking to make money. All right, so I got a certificate in wetting your hair, pouring shampoo and conditioner in it, and wrapping a towel around it. And if you go into a barber shop and you wash your hair, if it's a guy's hair, there's a lot less of it most of the time. That's really easy because we could wipe our hair. We can dry out our hair with like a scrubber from the towel. So this sounds like complete crap. Anyway, you have to go to school to get 500 hours of practice time in before you can work as an assistant for washing hair. There you go. Only on the earth, people. I never thought I'd ever use that stupid phrase, but here I am. Oh man, let's play a song. It's 5:11. Oh man, I get a kick out of this stuff. So I was looking through. I took the song list. I added one song to it this week. When I go to pick songs, it doesn't always just come within 5 minutes of sitting by my desk and doing whatever. Sometimes I got to strike, get a mood for it, and sometimes I don't have it. But since I didn't use music last week, I'm using it this week. My mood held. So here I am. Anyway, normally, I'm playing either a Mavericks or a Raul Malo song as a solo project. And he has his quarantunes since everyone's stuck in the house. But this week, he's not really the lead. He's playing backup. Raul Malo is also playing the bass. His son, Dino Malo is on the drums. Pretty good drummer, by the way. His son, Max Malo, is on the 12-string guitar. And a guest, a friend who's been staying with them, also quarantined, but hanging out in the house, is taking the lead. And they're playing an old song from the band America from 1972. So this is Hector Tellez with Ventura Highway. Yeah, that's always been a good song. Always had a good sound to it. Well, by the way, if you're an old movie fan, if you love old Hollywood, Sunset Boulevard is turning 70. So for everybody who knows the line, I'm ready for my close-up now, or the variation of it, or how it was really said. That movie has turned 70 years old. It's a really good movie. If you never saw Sunset Boulevard, definitely give it a shot. Well, let's see what else is going on in the world. Here's another story for the mass imbeciles. And I keep using these words, and people say, you shouldn't say those words. Yeah, it's cruel. It's mean. You shouldn't say imbeciles. Call people. Listen, the headline is, and I got this from CNN, people are dying after drinking hand sanitizer. You got it? Hand sanitizer. Let's see what this says here. Yep, people are getting sick and even dying after swallowing hand sanitizer, the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention said. So the CDC is saying it. 4 died and others have suffered impaired vision and seizures. Hand sanitizer is everywhere and is useful for cleaning the hands during the coronavirus pandemic, and it's not even the best way, by the way. But it's not safe to swallow. It's not safe to swallow because, first of all, there's alcohol in the same type of alcohol you use to clean wounds or sterilize. It's sort of diluted in the hand sanitizer between the gel the aloe that goes in there and the water they add to the alcohol is thinned out. But if you drink alcohol, rubbing alcohol, 70%, 90%, well, you may get a little drunk going on, a little buzz going on, but you can also go blind. You can die. And people, mostly idiots, are drinking hand sanitizer. Just wanted you to let you know that. So, yes, sometimes the word imbeciles, idiots, they do apply. Okay, let us see what's going on here. Our president has been busy this week. I'm not sure if anyone's really keeping up, besides wanting to have his face carved in stone. Twitter is temporarily, I'm sure it's been cleared up by now. This is the 5-day-old story. Last week, Twitter temporarily restricted his campaign's account of a false COVID-19 claims. And that is liable to happen on social media platforms now because they do not want to be held responsible, just in case. So, what else has he done? This came out as August 7th. Donald Trump has issued orders banning the apps TikTok and WeChat from operating in 45 days if they are not sold by the Chinese parent companies. And we all know Donald Trump has this thing with China. But the thing about TikTok, which is pretty much people putting up these little videos of whatever they do in their life, cooking, cleaning, anything, dancing, anything you could think of, watering their plants, whatever it is. And there's ads on there, and they make money on it. He's demanding that they sell it so we don't ban it in America. And then, of course, he had suggested that America gets a cut or a piece of the sale price. He is also wants to ban WeChat. Now, WeChat is the same as using the apps Line, WhatsApp. It's another communication. And for the people, for the Chinese Americans, for the Chinese immigrants, people who use it to contact their families overseas, back in China, or wherever they may be, it comes in handy. It serves a good purpose because actual phone calls would cost a lot of money if they had a call overseas. Not everybody has unlimited data service, and Wi-Fi won't always do the job. So they use WeChat, which works like many other apps out there very well. And our president wants to get rid of it. So this is what's been going on. Let me see if I can get this story going on. If you hear that smacking around, that's me with my computer. My birthday's coming up in September. If all my fans want to kick in and buy me a new computer, I'd be happy. I want to see who wants me out there. So it says here, this is from a few days ago. President Donald Trump on Thursday issued executive orders that would ban the social media apps TikTok and WeChat from operating in the United States in 45 days if they are not sold by their Chinese-owned parent companies, as I just said. But that is what I was describing. But it does come in handy for people. I don't know why he would want to do it. Microsoft said last Sunday said it was pushing forward with talks to acquire the app, but that's a lot. It's a lot. I'm not so sure I like TikTok. Well, it's a big thing, keeps people busy and all that. WeChat, I think, in this case, serves a greater purpose. You know, people being able to communicate, contact their families and all that. What is it? It's 5:21. Look at us. Maybe I will play another song after I finish smacking my computer around. Anyway, okay. We're going to play a song. Yes. I haven't played her probably in 3 or 4 days. I always go with Robin Adele Anderson. I like playing her music. This time she covered a very old song that was really written in 1932 for Yiddish theater, the Jewish theater, the Yiddish language. And this pretty much translates to me, "You're beautiful." Now, most people are used to it or used to the Andrews sisters singing it. But really, it was written for Jewish theater way back when, and it was written for a comedy musical. If I could. And in Yiddish, it is, good luck to me on this one. Men kann lieben, nor men was nicht, which I really don't speak Yiddish very well, but pretty much it means if I could. Sorry about that, but I think I was closer with that than when I screwed up the Maverick song in Spanish. But anyway, and that's pretty much what the Yiddish language is. You could live, but they don't let you. Yeah, well, Yiddish is very expressive. There's a lot of suffering. Anyway, back to the point at hand. This is the latest cover of the song. I think it comes out very well with B'mir Bist Du Shein. This is Robin Adele Anderson.
Of all the boys I've known, and I've known some, until I first met you, I was lonesome. But when you came inside, my heart grew light, and this old world seemed new to me. You really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. And so I rock my brain trying to explain all the things that you do to me. B'mir Bist Du Shein, please let me explain. B'mir Bist Du Shein means you're grand. B'mir Bist Du Shein, again I'll explain. It means
Hello. There you go. I'm on. There we go. There's a little bit of confusion over that song. Yeah, that was Robin Adela Anderson. Yeah, so I'm looking at the news. I'm all over the place, seeing what's worth talking about. It's 5:26, by the way. I don't know what that means exactly, but didn't let me know how long we've been on. By the way, before I forget, if you'd like to hear or ask me a question or leave a comment, you can always email me at upfrontfrank@gmail.com. Notice how I bounce back and forth in subjects. Stay with me, gang. Upfrontfrank@gmail.com. Or you can find my Upfront with Frank Rothstein Facebook page and leave me a comment there. There's always a place to say something. What else is going on this week? You know, schools are opening up, as we all know. Come on. Where's my headline? Having problems again with the computer. It seems that about 97,000 children have tested positive for COVID. Yeah, it says the FDA won't cut corners to approve a vaccine, which they shouldn't, but 97,000 kids have tested positive for COVID-19 so far. Schools are opening up. And in New York, where we're all bragging about having such low numbers, just give it a few minutes because, well, the governor has opened up the schools. He's allowed for that. That's great. But, again, it's going to be risky because those numbers are going to spike. There's going to have a rise in cases again because people are going to be interacting. It's just the way it goes. Fortunately, come on, where is it? This is like timing is everything here. Fortunately, our president understands exactly what's going on. As he said the other day while at the podium, that the 1918 Spanish flu probably ended World War II because everyone was so sick. Yeah, well, you know how it goes, right? What's the difference in 20 years? So fortunately, if you listen to Donald Trump, if we get sick now, we'll take care of everything in 20 years. In the next, tell you, the man's an abundance of material. I don't even have to write anything. I don't have to be creative. I can just talk about whatever he says. It's incredible. What else is doing? How is everybody else? I even get to ask. You know, I ask how everyone else is, but I know no one's really going to answer. But okay, I'm just asking how, hoping everyone's doing well. Things are going well. But yeah, as I say, kids are contracting it. Kids can spread it. They spread everything else. They can spread this. Make no mistake about it. I mean, that's what little kids do. That's what kids do in school anyway. They go, they interact. If they're not old enough to wrestle with each other and get physical, whether in sports or whatever, they're little kids sitting in the class, drawing and playing and sneezing on each other, then touching everything. That's what kids do. Then they bring it home. What's mom not going to do? Not take care of the kid? So that's how it goes. Look at it. I need some new material. We need some new stuff. Can we get another condition or something where I can get some fresh material? Here's something. Got this from Time Out magazine the other day. 1 second. It seems, come on. My computer's not responding as always. Here it is. A massive gorilla sculpture is coming to Hudson Yards. This is what we need. After a year we've all had, who wouldn't want to be gently cradled by a friendly gorilla? Preferably while digging into a pint of gelato. Well, that's what they have, a big, huge gorilla being placed at Hudson Yards. I'm trying to get the weight on this thing. It must have cost a fortune. It looks like it weighs a ton. I don't really know exactly what it weighs, but I would have spent the money on something a little more useful. I'm sure it's a great piece of artwork, but that's what we're getting. Well, the gorilla looks comfortable, leaning on one side on his arm and taking it easy. And that's what we're getting. A sculpture, a giant sculpture, like The bull at Wall Street, like a lot of other things, we're getting a sculpture of a gorilla. Just what we need. All I want is more Snapple iced tea. We're getting that instead. What else are we getting over here going on? Let me see. Actually, I'm sitting here, as always, wrestling with my old technology because, things were closed for so long. And I went to one of the chain stores, and they have, barely any selection of technology. It really is bad. But I am going to go probably buy myself an HP. Not because it's better than any other, whether I buy a Dell, an HP, or not. It really doesn't make a difference to me what I buy for computers because my needs are so basic. But what HP has that the others don't is a great sound system. And I love listening to music. And they really have a sound system. Always did. Which is why I still have this old wreck of computer here, because the speakers attached to my monitor really play some good music. Look at this act. I'm sitting here fighting with my computer. Look at me go. It's 5:32. This is like entertaining to me right now. It's blinking, it's everywhere, and this is what I got going on. Like an idiot, I'm certainly doing this. 1 second, let me get cleaned up. I'll play another song. What the hell? I can use some time. You don't want to hear the sound of the bat hitting the computer, so let us go play a song. Jay, do you have song number 3 up? So anyway, one of the local guys who loves to record from his house or the park or his backyard or a friend somewhere, the beach, or he's recording. He recorded again. This time he recorded a 1962 song that was originally by Roy Orbison. So this is on YouTube. He's known as Isto, but his real name is Chris White, and here he is with Dream Baby.
Sweet dream, baby. Sweet dream, baby. Sweet dream, baby. How long must I dream? Dream, baby, got me dreaming sweet dreams the whole day through. Got me dreaming sweet dreams, nighttime too. I love you and I'm dreaming of you, but that won't do. Dream, baby, make me stop a dreaming. You can make my dreams come true. Sweet dream, baby. Sweet dream, baby. Sweet dream, baby. How long must I dream? Dream, baby, got me dreaming sweet dreams the whole day through. Dream, baby, got me dreaming sweet dreams, nighttime too. I love you and I'm dreaming of you, but that won't do. Dream, baby, make me stop a dream. You can make my dreams come true. Sweet dream, baby. Sweet dream, baby. Oh, sweet dream, baby. How long must I dream? Dream, baby, got me dreaming sweet dreams the whole day through. Dream, baby, got me dreaming sweet dreams, nighttime too. I love you and I'm dreaming of you, but that won't do. Dream, baby, make me stop a dream. You can make my dreams come true. Sweet dream, baby. Sweet dream, baby. Sweet dream, baby. How long must I dream? Oh, sweet dream, baby.
I don't know if anyone can hear in that video. The reason why I played that video was, I think you've heard me say before, live happens. I do things live. So right now, I'm in my home. You're hearing me fight with my computer. If there's a fire truck that goes by, you're going to hear that too. In this video, Chris White is starting to play his song. And at some point early on in the song, you hear, because as he's playing and recording himself, a bug gets him. He goes to swat the fly off his face. And that is what he left in the recording. So to me, live happens. I liked it. I played it. What else is going on? Oh, by the way, if you want to know where the new hotspot is for America, the United States, it's Hawaii. Hawaii is the latest place to go get it very easily. The newest hotspot, really contagious. Matter of fact, it is spreading at the rate of 1.6, which means every person who gets sick is spreading it to someone else on the average. Just slightly under. But that's what's going on in Hawaii. Don't go to Hawaii. Just wanted to say that. It was 5:37. I don't know why I say that either. So anyway, this is what's happening. If you're a fan of college football coming up, Big Ten Conference is canceling its season because, let's say football. You think baseball is having problems? Football, lines, everyone goes into scrimmage. They line up in front of each other, all out of breath, breathing on each other. Yeah. Big Ten, I believe Pac-10 is going to follow suit and not allow the season to go on for their conferences, which I think is a good thing. And I think all of college football should join in. Same thing for college basketball. I'm sorry to say it. I know the kids who worked as hard as they could to get there will feel cheated, but really, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. It really is. Once they start running around breathing on each other, it's a disaster. Here it is. 97,000 children tested positive for coronavirus in 2 weeks as schools gear up for instruction. And that came from CBS News. My computer, I had to restart my computer during the last song, and that's what's going on. I'm reading today in the New York Times that retail chains are abandoning Manhattan because it's unsustainable. How could it possibly be sustainable? There are no tourists. When people think, they're thinking about retail chains, you're thinking about big companies that can absorb problems better than the single store, mom and pop, 1 or 2 store owner locations. But as far as, at least in the Manhattan area, the single shop owners, locals, over 3,000 that I know of, the last count I heard, over 3,000 stores have closed. That is your simple hardware shop, your pizzeria, whatever it is, something simple that you would see. There's 3,000 of them gone. Chains, yes, it's very unsustainable. I could believe that. The amount of money they have to have invested into each shop just for inventory alone, there's no business, there's nothing going on. There's some, but everyone I hear about in a general daily grind is saying 80% off. Can't imagine what's going on inside of a chain store. But yeah, that's what's going on. Not sure what state or what country you're listening to me from, but I don't know if it's any better or not over there either. So then I was looking at on a different subject. I like to hop around. There was an artist, a photo artist. Where's my article? Okay, here she is. A photo artist, I'm not sure how old this article is either, did photo renditions of historical figures. The artist restores appearances of famous historical and popular figures. Did Van Gogh, which we got pretty much what we expected, Van Gogh, who looks like pretty much anybody. few mummies. They did David, Michelangelo's David. Well, he looks like a guy who can come from anywhere with head of hair. Then came the rendition of the Statue of Liberty, the face of the Statue of Liberty. Now, I'll give you, I've never been in a helicopter eye level with the statue, but I'm hoping she looks like this photograph, because this photograph is of a beautiful woman. Matter of fact, at this moment, I will date the Statue of Liberty. I want the Statue of Liberty with me on my own because she looks that good. And I am not kidding you. Beautiful eyes. Who else they get in this article? Jesus. Well, everyone does Jesus Christ. That's the easy one to do. Who else they got? Let's see. Napoleon. Okay. Nothing out of the ordinary. Rembrandt. Okay. They got Billy the Kid. They pretty much just cleaned up an old photograph. So Billy the Kid pretty much has that glazed look in his eye and those freaky looking teeth. Frankenstein looks a lot different than what we've known. So let's see. Frankenstein pretty much has normal ears, and you're getting pretty much the color you would see on the skin, maybe a little bit, actually like Boris Karloff. You're getting that, a little bit squarish head, short hair. We're not getting the bolts in the neck. You left out the bolts. So pretty much Frankenstein looks like in between what people would look like and what the monster would look like. Let's try it that way. Who else did we get here? I know, I see the tongue. Who else? Don't know who that is. Yeah, some of these photos are pretty cool. Some of these are pretty cool. Maybe I'll blow it up and hang it on my wall, like the Statue of Liberty in Frankenstein. Machiavelli, okay, more mummy pictures. George Washington they did, which looks so close to what we've come to recognize. Yeah, pretty good. More mummies. Who's this? Doom Guy. I don't really know the history of Doom Guy. Let's see. Queen Elizabeth I. What we expect. Yeah, some of these are pretty good. I sort of like the statue in Frankenstein as my favorites, but everyone has their favorites. Yeah, let's get a song going. Because I have a few more, and I'm talking about a lot of nothing because I feel like talking about a lot of nothing. And I'm going to play song number 4 on my list. And I found her in Postmodern Jukebox a while ago, and the song Creep put her on the map. But today she's singing something new with her friend Casey Abrams on organ. This is Haley Reinhart, Lay It Down.
Truth is, I don't see you in my dreams. Want your cake and eat it too. Can't expect me to follow you. All around, all I see are signs of love. Could try to turn away, but I knew this song would remind me of you. Was there something I could do? Did I ask too much from you? You know I can take the truth. You made has no room for me. Underneath your frozen sheets I will sleep so terribly. I don't never needed much, you see. I'll go back to the way I was, and you're to see. I'll go back to the way I was. You'll just be a memory. Was there something I could do? Did I ask too much from you? You know I can take the truth. So lay it down. So lay it down.
She really is. She really has a great style. So I keep bringing her up. I have a couple more songs left. I have any more stories to talk about? Well, actually, there's always something to talk about. The Mets, for the New York Mets, our pitching staff, one by one, people. Actually, I shouldn't say the whole staff. A couple of players have opted out for the season after going on to the field. So now I guess whatever the deal is for their financials for the season, so players are opting out. Supposed coronavirus concerns. Listen, I don't blame them. I don't think they should have gone in the first place. Well, that's a whole other thing. Yeah, actually, this a quick story, probably my last story, because I'm going to play a couple of songs now. As I put it on my Facebook post, I said this one hits home. But then again, everyone has a home that's been hit. The Wonder Wheel in Coney Island, for the first time in its 100 years in existence, will not be running this year. It is shut down. That is incredible. Because growing up, it never shut down. Any other time, it never shut down. It's 100 years old. It's got time on me, and it never shut down. And now, due to this virus, without people, without tourists, without any reason to run it, the Wonder Wheel is not operating this season. And that, to me, is really a sad thing. But then again, it's not sad. I mean, overall, there are far worse things happening. But if you notice that most people, when something goes on, they sort of pick one item, one event that wraps it up for them, that sums it up. So to me, it's the Wonder Wheel is not running. That's probably minor overall in the great scheme of things. But I grew up around the corner from it, so to me, it's a big thing. Let's get a couple more quick songs at it, and I'll just we'll wrap up this week. Interesting as it is. And then I'm going to start sharpening my tools and start carving Donald Trump's face in stone. Oh, God, can't even say that right. Anyway, got a couple of quick songs. Back in 2006, the late leader of the metal band Motorhead teamed up with the Upsetters, and they covered Elvis. Believe it or not. This is Lemmy Kilmister and the Upsetters with Blue Suede Shoes. Lemmy Kilmister, and I know it sounds odd hearing Elvis in the metal band, but Lemmy had a lot of good covers. He covered a lot of well-known songs in his style, and he really did a good job with a lot of them. So I thought I'd play it because, hey, what the hell, it's something different, right? We're about done. Okay, we're about done. Listen, everybody, I know everybody wants to get together. I see it all the time. I see it in the restaurants near my home. I see it in everywhere I go. Everyone wants to get together. I repeat what I've said time and time again. We have been trained all our lives to get together. Something goes wrong, we get together. Family, friends, whatever. Someone is sick, we get together, we rally around, support, whatever. We want to celebrate something as a party, we all get together. This COVID-19, or as we know it, the coronavirus, works backwards from everything we've ever been trained to do. That's what it is. And I know people are having a hard time of letting go of that thought of getting together. Now, I'm not saying no one should ever see each other again, but keep it in perspective. Pick and choose where you do it, how you do it, the numbers of people involved. I will say, I'll put it this way. I'm not kidding. I mean, I'm joking around that everyone should kick in and send me a computer. But my birthday really is in September. And I care enough about my family and friends to say, stay the hell away from me. Not that I'm sick. I'm not going to get them sick. I've already had it. I can't get anyone sick right now. I don't know how long antibodies last for, whatever the deal may be. I'm not sick at the moment. But I don't want people getting together. I don't want people bringing it to each other. Even if I don't give it to anyone, if they don't catch anything off of me, like someone with a cold, I wouldn't want them to get it from someone else. And that's how I think about this. Stay the hell away from each other. About as good as I can think. So as good as I can say on this subject. I'm going to leave you now. It's 5:57. I'm about out. But listen, it's not that bad in other ways, because when you do get a little creative on how you get together, it could be a lot of fun. You can do a lot of things. Did you know that if you stand with somebody back to back, you cannot give them this virus? Because you're not breathing on them. You can't breathe on them, can't sneeze on them, can't spit on them, can't do anything on them. Can't cry on their shoulder, can't do anything. You're not face to face. So yeah, if you want, you can lean up with people back to back, and you're not going to give them anything. But basically, everyone just be careful and have a good time. It is hot outside. The weather is pretty warm, but it'll cool off this week. No need to open up the sprinklers, jump into the pee pond, your swimming pool, and anything else. Take it easy and have a good time this week. And I'm going to leave you with a quick song. I'm going to leave you dancing. I'm going to leave you with the Traveling Wilburys with the Wilbury Twist, and I will see everybody next week. Have a good night.
Your hand on your head, put your foot in the air, then you hop around the room, in your underwear. There ain't never been nothing quite like this. Come on, baby, it's the Wilbury Twist. Lift your other foot up, fall on your ass, get back up, put your teeth in the glass.
customize